Okay, let's talk about the difference between a line and a polyline. So for most of the time in Autocad, what we want to do is draw with polylines and not lines. Lines have the disadvantage that when they're created, they're always single entities, which are very difficult to edit in bulk at the end. So let's show you the difference. So we'll click on line. We're going to draw a box that's 200 by 100. So let's start. We pick a start point, we go across 200, 100, 200, and 100. And that's all done in lines. And we can see that these are all individual objects. Okay? When we click on those, they're just showing up as single lines. Now, if you draw it with a polyline instead, what we're going to do is type PL for a polyline, and see it's prompting us there to pick the polyline. We can just press return, and again we can pick a point, and we go 200, 100, 200, return, 100, return, and then press return to end. And what we see here is this polyline is continuous entity. Now that has a number of advantages. If I want to change these two elements, I have to select them both. To edit them. Whereas with my polyline, if I want to change that corner, I can just select it and drag it around. And that's more normal in particularly in the building industry, where if we want to edit something, it tends to form a boundary. Other useful things about polylines is if we want to offset something, for example, if I offset a line, it's just going to offset that single line. There it is, offsetting it at a distance of 40. Whereas if I offset my polyline, it offsets the entire polyline. And we can see that there. Okay. So normally, particularly in the building industry, when we're offsetting things, it might be the internal shape of a wall or the external shape of a boundary condition. Polyline is far more useful. And in particular, in 3D, we need to use polylines, as line objects can't create a 3D object.